Hey, hey, now you pull up to your block for a fee, huh? Hey, y'all already know who it is, man. It's the kid, man, Baby Gas, aka the Ghetto Vato. And right now you are tuned in to the And Some More of It show. Tune in.
What up, it's Go Priz. You already know what it is. We on Dash Radio every Friday night, 9 to 11 p.m. And I am with my boy, Baby Gas,
The motherfucker
artist.
Ghetto Vato.
Where you from?
Town, East Oakland, California.
Alright, you heard it
East
here
Oakland,
first.
California to be exact.
Yeah.
What's going on with you though?
Man, what you got?
Take a seat.
You out here
vibing.
vibing. I was in a really small snippet studio session with you right now.
Okay.
It was lit. It was a vibe. Tell me a little bit about what you got going on.
Man, right now we just having fun. We're just in the area right now. Obviously, for the people that don't know where we at right now, we in downtown LA, and you know, we just out here getting it in. You know, working on some content. We got the project coming out real soon, and
tell us about the project. What you got?
So you know what? I'm gonna let y'all be the first ones to even get the name.
It's exclusive right here.
Because I ain't even
dropped
dropped the name yet. By the time this drops, it'll probably be dropped.
I think I've seen it on yesterday. If I guess it right.
You probably have, because sometimes it's obvious.
Not exclusive.
Sometimes, all right, let me see. What is it?
Street vendor.
Oh, you go crazy.
I already know, man. I have to do my homework.
That's cool. That's automatic then. You know, if I ain't gotta explain the title, I think
you don't. But I do want you to go more in depth because I think it's important for our culture specifically and the Latino community to understand and know why you did the project and why you named it what you named it. And go into depth because he's one of my favorite people off top to follow on Instagram, just because of the shit that you do.
I think that, well, first of all, I appreciate that.
Of course.
I think that the main reason behind the album, I got a few different reasons. The reason I call it a street vendor is because, you know, it's a metaphor and, you know, it's a technical term as well. You know, one, repping for our people that, you know, hustle hard every day out there in the streets, you know, whether they selling food, whatever they selling out there. But it also goes for us that was, you know, raised in the streets, born in the streets, you know, surrounded by the streets, and you know, we was influenced by other type of street vendors, you know, motherfuckers that was on the corner doing their thing, you know what I mean? So when I did this project, I wanted to mix the best of both worlds, and I also wanted to do it in a fashion where, you know, like, you know, I've had family members that were street vendors. I got friends whose parents are street vendors, and sometimes it could come off like an embarrassing thing, right? That you know, like for the people that don't know how to embrace it or embrace the beautiful struggle correctly, I think it kind of comes off like the wrong way, and people be embarrassed. So I really just want to make some shit that, you know, just make the street vendors cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What do you say to people who are out there struggling with that, with embracing that? What do you say to them? Whether it be kids or grown adults or people who just, you know.
I just think that at the end of the day, you know, I know when we obviously when we look at other people's situations, or we think that we know other people's situations, and we might feel like they're doing better than us. We see people have more than us, but it's all about just appreciating that moment, because tables always turn. You feel me? As long as you hustle out there, get your shit, get your issue, tables always turn. But really, what it is you know, just embracing that, you know, you're there for a reason, you know, whether it's for you to succeed in the future, because, you know, coming from the struggle will teach you a lot.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It'll strengthen you in this whole industry. You gotta be cutthroat for this shit. So when you come from that, you know, it's all automatic. But, you know, really my main reason was like, I'm just trying to make it a cool thing. Like, you know, I don't know if you've seen, but I got a couple street vendors that, you know, we became close over time. And they'll come, you know, I got one individual actually out of East Side San Jose by the name of Pablo. That's my guy. He just be having fun with us.
Right. And this all recently started, right? You actually going out to the street vendors and
so it's about like a year or two now. You know, I've been doing it for some time. It started off something small where I went around town, and what I did was like I started, you know, pitching it to my fans, and you know, asking my fans that always talking about the street vendors, anybody that donates will match every dollar on the side. So, you know, it started with that, where we'll go around certain towns, look for a street vendor, be like, how much do you need to make a day to go home? They'll give us a number, we'll pay it. Right? Give them a day off.
And then not only in the hometown, he went out to different cities.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, it's bigger than just my city. I mean,
and it's bigger than rap. I literally just read that on one of your posts. You were saying it's bigger than music.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a lot bigger than music. I mean, it's the way that we came up. We just did one in LA, matter of fact. You know, but it was a little different version. Me and a friend of mine's, Armida Lopez. You know, we did an event down here in LA where and then a street vendor that had got attacked.
Yeah.
Right, and she had got assaulted. It wasn't just your regular attack, like she was getting harassed. She actually got assaulted. They, you know, laid hands on her. You know, took money from her, all that. So what we did for her was basically we put together an event where we had an artist by the name of Mr. Baby. She came through and painted a whole mural of her on the Chicano art building. You know what I mean? So, you know, we did it to where we invited her and her family. We invited other street vendors that been harassed or attacked in any sort of way. Yeah. So we put together this whole event, you know, in LA, and we invited mariachis. We had mariachis come through. You know what I mean? You know, you know, they did their thing. It was just a good time, just to show people that, you know, we appreciate y'all. You know, y'all part of my upcoming. You know, when I was a kid, it was always about the paleteros, the fruteros. Even like, you know, when I was younger, you know, we grew up Catholic. You know, so when we was coming out of church, they would always be selling churros, chicharrones, you know what I mean, all the different types of food there. So it was just part of our upbringing, you know what I mean. And now that I'm in a position to actually, you know, put a voice out there for our people, I think it's very important to do it in the right way, but also influence the youth, because it's the young people that don't know how to appreciate the struggle, right?
And at the end of the day, they're gonna be the future.
Yeah, exactly. So we try to do it in the sense of music.
Okay.
Right. So we, you know, the album is called Street Vendor. We got dope tracks in there. I actually got a single on there called Street Vendor. One of my first videos that's about to be dropping here soon. And, you know, we have a street vendor with us and just having fun. You know, a lot of people got a lot of negative stuff to say. You know, but people don't know these people's stories until you actually sit there and you have a conversation with them. Right, so, you know, I had a video that went viral, probably like 500,000 views on Instagram.
I peeped the one with the paletero man, right?
The paletero man and all the ass.
Yeah, I
so
saw all that.
You know, so you know what was funny about that was that, you know, we didn't request that he did that, right? We paid him to come out for us to use his cart. Okay. So we paid his day off just for us to use his cart. Right. Obviously, he got to come. He's not gonna lend us his cart, right? So so you know, he came through. He was just chilling, and you know, we got a new tequila that we've been working with.
I was gonna ask you about that too.
So you know, we'll get into depth about that. So you know, he saw what we was doing. He's like, "Hey, you mind if I take a shot?" And of course, you feel me? This is a grown ass man. You know what I mean? Yeah. And this is one thing that I want people to understand. People always like look at our street vendors or try to manipulate a narrative, you know, where it's like if they gotta feel bad for our street vendors, you know what I mean? Like, there ain't nothing wrong with our street vendors. They're not incapable of doing anything. The only difference is that they don't speak English. You know what I mean? But you know, there ain't nothing wrong with them to where you gotta like show extra sympathy. You know what I mean? And my people are hardworking people. You know, they don't even like that shit to begin with.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean? They don't like handouts, none of that. So you know, he was just like, let me get a shot. We blessed him with a shot, and you know, he ended up wanting to get in the video. And you know, once again,
if y'all didn't check out that video, go.
Once again, that's a grown ass man. So you know, you want to have fun with the Trap Hours team.
And that shit went viral.
It went viral.
It
was definitely went viral.
I love it. I love it.
But you know, besides that, I guess people, you know, we did another video where I linked up with him and we put out a message. And really, the message there was that you guys, you know, look beyond the bigger picture. The bigger picture was that we was embracing him and he was just chilling with us, like, you know, a regular partner or something, you know. And instead of just, you know, being a paletero that we give $1 or $2 and, you know, send him about his way. And you know, these people be having crazy stories, like motivational stories. Like, you think we went through some struggle, you know what I mean? Until you speak to one of these individuals and, you know, you just get the most utmost respect for them.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. It definitely, watching your videos definitely makes me, you know, prouder to be Mexican and be, you know, from the Latin community.
For sure.
And have parents that struggle like that, you
know?
For sure. Let's get into the tequila. What's that about and what you got going on with that?
El Jefe Tequila.
Now, did you make this?
No, I can't take credit for that. Yeah. So it's basically a partnership. It's a family thing. Okay. You know, and shout out to my guy Ryan. You know, he's the genius behind the whole thing. Okay. You know, it's a Cali thing, you know, out of the Monterey Bay area, Pebble Beach area, you know, where it originated. And, you know, obviously it's straight from Tequila, Jalisco. You know what I mean?
It's so smooth.
You know, the only reason I ain't bought a bottle is because we traveling.
Okay.
You know,
I was like, he probably gonna have some tequila.
Nah, man, I wish. But, you know,
next time.
You know, we'll make sure we send you a care package.
Sure.
But, yeah, you know, we got 3 flavors. You know what I mean? We got the Añejo, we got the Esposado, we got the Blanco,
okay.
You know what I mean? And I'll be doing a few bottle signings here in the future. Near future, actually. You know, where people can actually come through in person. You know, purchase a bottle, get it signed, take some pictures.
Nice.
In the meantime, if I don't come to anybody's city that's, you know, close by, you know, people could get it at winesnip.com.
Okay.
You know, you can purchase the bottle. You can type in my discount code, Baby Gas. We'll show you some love on there. But yeah, man, really, it's just like I said, it's a family thing, you know, partnership, and you know, I just want to put people on. Like, you know, there's plenty of tequilas out there. Don't get twisted,
sure.
right?
I was gonna ask you about that too. You know, and not to bring too much spotlight to this, but I do want to know how you feel in the sense of like Kendall Jenner. I think it was Kendall or Kylie Jenner. One of them put on that they was making a tequila, I think, and putting it out. They're not from the community per se, but how do you feel about people dipping and dabbing and stuff like that? Is it kind of like, you know, they just making their bread off of it? How do you feel?
I mean, at the end of the day, people gonna do what they want.
Of course,
right?
Of course.
We can only have
We
can only have our opinion about it. You know, me, I don't really pay too much attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
When I do, you know, the time that I did hear about it, I was just like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Like, she did that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know, and I kind of
she making money.
Yeah, and she doing her thing. If she doing her thing, if it work, it work.
Right.
But you know, it just you know, for sure, money's a big factor. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
In this world, money is a big factor. But sometimes too, like, you know, for me, it ain't always just about the money. You know, you gotta be culture appreciated too.
Right.
You know?
Appropriate.
You know, so you know, I think one of the things is like, you know, it's cool because, you know, aside from the money part. You know, it's showing some type of appreciation to our culture.
I mean, I feel like as long as she, you know, states that in, you know, commentary or whatever, like, I gotta show love to this community or whatever. But I mean, if you kind of just using it to make your bread and then you out the way, like,
I mean,
that's not.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, like you said, you know, some people like that, you know, they're at a certain level where they probably feel like they ain't got to address situations.
Okay, well, that's wrong too. Like, you shouldn't ever feel like that you're at a level where I don't got to say, you know, give my props here or there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, the reason I say that is because, you know, just to play both sides. I mean, shit, what if she got a whole team of Mexicans behind her?
But is she giving them props? Is she, like, you know, saying thank you to them, or is she, like, acknowledging it?
No, I do get that, you know, but even when it's a Latino owned tequila company, how many times do they give, you know, props to the workers? You know, most of the
regardless
time.
of who they are, where they're from.
You know what I mean? So, you know, really, you know, that ain't my business.
It's neither one.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about that tequila either, man. Make sure you drink an El Jefe. You know, that's really what matters. You feel me? So, you know.
Tell them where to get it one more time.
Hey, one more time, man. I'm going to be coming to a store near you. If I happen to miss your town, man, make sure you go to winesnip.com. You know, the bottles are listed right there. Make sure you use my discount code, Baby Gas, at this.
And I'm sure you can find the link right somewhere in your bio.
Yeah,
Baby
my
Gas,
bio.
BABYGAS.
Yep. Follow me on Instagram. You go to my link tree right there. Got all my different tabs.
I was gonna tell you too. You should definitely. I don't know if you are or if you're working towards dropping a gear for the Street Vendor album, but you should definitely, like, I would buy hella shit from that.
Oh yeah. Merch. Oh yeah. That's all in the works.
Yeah.
So this is okay. Let me. Okay. So. Not sure when this episode gonna be dropping, right? So I probably shouldn't be saying this shit that I'm saying.
we can wait a little bit. If you
my team. Nah, I mean, it ain't no stress. My team is probably you know, in the background. What the fuck are you doing? You know, but I just wanted to put this out there, you know, because I'm sure it'll be a few days. I'm about to announce this here in the next few days. Mm-hmm. So I actually partnered up with you know, a couple stores down, a company out of, you know, Cali. You know, called Mango Crazy.
I peeped that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you know, they got about 16 locations in California. and we linked up together. And we came together on a few items on the menu.
Okay.
So one of them is being my.
You just dipping in that and everything, right?
Hey, listen, hold on. So
that's
check this
right.
out, because at the end of the day, it's been too long that one of our people hasn't really officially gotten through the door. You know what I mean?
Right.
In my opinion,
right.
a lot of artists, they come at it from a certain angle, they get boxed in and they get capped out.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm trying to just take a different approach.
Right.
So what I did was, I linked up with this company. We put together 2 items. One is the Trap Hours Hour.
Tell them what it is though. What's the company? Like what do they entail?
So they consist of smoothies. They consist of smoothies,
like
ice creams.
In a sense.
It's like a Hispanic Jamba Juice. It's shaking
okay,
Jamba
that's
Juice.
a little different thing.
You know what I mean? So
okay.
listen, man, look, they got everything. They got ceviche in there. They got corn. Ooh. They got the smoothies, the agua frescas. They got everything, but in the store fashion. Anything you get in the street, but in the store fashion.
Okay.
So what we did is we linked up on 2 items. One of them is the Trap Hours Agua, which is basically a lime and cucumber drink, agua fresca with some. The cup is rimmed with chamoy and tahini. You feel me?
Yep,
so we got the Trap Hours Agua, and then we also got the Street Vendor Cup. You know what I mean? So it's called a Street Vendor Cup because it's dedicated to my people. And one of the things, the way that it's placed is, we got a scoop of mango sorbet in there, then a scoop of lime sorbet. So we got then we top it off with some watermelon chamoy candy. Ooh. And then we put real mango slices on there. We put some more chamoy candy, chamoy, tahini, all the extra shit.
Like diabetes.
And we fit
in
the cup, but come on, how our people do, and we top it off with a cucumber. Ooh. You feel me? So we top it off with a cucumber. Look,
balance going on. Okay.
So what we're doing with this for the people that's watching, anybody in those areas, I think there's a location. The closest location to y'all will probably be Visalia, right?
What is it?
Visalia.
Okay.
So it's probably like by Bakersfield.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So. Anyways, for anybody that's watching though, we'll be donating a percentage of each sale to local street vendors.
Nice.
So what we're doing is we'll be announcing this soon. We expect everybody from each city to come out. Because if we do one in Modesto, for example, all the sales and all the percentage of sales will be locating street vendors in the Modesto area. Gotcha. So at the same time, people gonna come fuck with me, support me. The album dropping. You know what I mean. But at the same time, we're gonna turn it back and support our people at the exact same time. Right. You know what I mean. So it's important for people to come show out.
It's a give and take relationship, and I think that's super dope. Because once the artist gets to a certain point, not all, but some, they just get. No more give. And I can appreciate the fact that you from the go. You know what I mean? And still like that. So.
For sure. Yeah, I've been dipping and dabbing to a lot of ventures. So
I was gonna say, correct me if I'm wrong, but you was also in a movie, right?
Show.
Yeah. A show.
Yeah, show.
Sitcom.
Yeah. So I don't even know what that is. What's a sitcom? So shit. Look.
Sounds right.
Yeah, it sounds right. It's not. I don't even know what.
Television show.
Listen, I guess it's a TV show on Netflix.
Okay, wait, did that drop already?
Nah, it's about to be.
Okay, so
real soon.
What are the details you can give us on that?
It's called Ghetto Busters.
So did you know you were an actor? Or
hell nah.
You just came out of that?
I be acting stupid and people peep it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you was just being yourself.
Yeah, really it's just like I said, friend of mine by the name of Vic, into the music production, soundtrack, and all that.
Oh, okay.
Work with a lot of reputable people like, Noel G, George Lopez.
Yep.
He reached out. It's a whole team of dope ass people putting together this show, and basically they had a scene where they had a paleta on there.
And they was like, we got the perfect dude right here.
We got the perfect dude. So they tapped in with me. And it was cool, it was fun. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was nervous as fuck. Like,
were you?
Hell yeah, because
what's the lines looking like? Was it a lot of things to memorize?
Well, actually, they gave me a few lines, but it ended up turning into my own little thing.
Oh, you kind of just that
because I'm not sure how the acting world goes, but that's probably how it goes.
The best,
they'll give you the basic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and the best scenes really do just come off freestyle.
Yeah. So it was cool. I definitely signed up for some more. Anything that's open.
As you should.
So, I'm hoping that, we land a few more. But yeah, y'all stay tuned for that. Ghetto Busters is obviously what it sounds like. It's a spoof of Ghostbusters.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Dope ass little plot storyline to it.
That's
and by the end of that, shit, I'm on that motherfucker. So go watch that shit.
Amen. On Netflix, dropping soon, right?
Real soon,
No date.
No date. They ain't even gave me a date. I'm tapping in with bro like every other day. Like I'm trying to see myself on here, man.
Pulling up the Netflix, like, are we on here?
Yeah, not yet though, but we will be in. From my knowledge, I'll be on episode 1. So as soon as it drops.
Okay, bet. What do you want to tap into that you have not yet? Because you seem to be doing a lot. You got a lot going on. What do you got coming up that you haven't talked about yet, or what do you want to tap into that you just haven't yet?
Well, anything I ain't talked about is probably because I'm probably just keeping it cut off.
Okay.
Yeah, so, anything that I did speak of, even if it hasn't dropped, it's probably going to drop this week.
Gotcha.
Right? So, anything else, really, I'm just trying to focus on what I got right now. Because I'm big on just like mastering what I'm doing before moving on to the next.
Gotcha.
So, I'm at this point in my music career where, it's going great. We, tap into, now the Latin markets, Spanglish album, you know what I mean? So we'll be on both sides now. We did a little bit of acting. I'm hoping to do a little more of that. We're doing the tequila, we're doing the collabs, the merch we've already been doing. So really, I'm just trying to grow our foundation. Hopefully just start expanding here in the near future. And, I'm a big entrepreneur. So,
for sure. Definitely. I can see that. I can see you having your own company or whatever you want to have one day.
Yeah, so, I'm trying to survive. Right now, it's trap hours and, it'll be trap hours, till we done here. But, for the most part, we're just trying to expand, just dip and dab, like I said, and not get capped out.
Right.
It's very important.
And not get labeled into nothing.
Not at all.
Which is
not at all. They try to do me like that. They be fighting over me.
Man. Oh, do they?
Yeah, man. They be trying to categorize me and shit.
Hell no.
I be having a...
You're doing a great job of not being categorized, because I really... Before the interview even started, I was like, well, what do I like? What you want me to call you? Label you? You know what I mean? I could have been down the list for shit.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, yeah. And I think, really, like I said, I started with the music, and now it's just at a point where I'm just trying to dip and dab. Anything that's going to help for our people,
For sure.
And for my people, my inner circle, my family, my day ones, people that have been believing in me since day one. I owe it not only to myself, but to them, to my kids. Because, it's a full-time job, and, what a lot of people don't understand is, like, when you get to a certain point in your career, like, it ain't just you depending on yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got a whole team that's been rocking with you. You ain't gonna sit here and waste people's time. People that have been believing in you since day one, you gotta come through for them. You know what I mean? So, we're at that point right now where really we just trying to finally get fully in the door. And we slowly getting there. People see it. It's gonna take some time. I ain't never been in a rush. I've never been in no type of hurry. Yeah, I ain't looking to blow up overnight. None of that. I'm respecting the process, appreciating my stages. And hopefully we get there soon. That
was well said and well done. I'm gonna do a quick PRIZ FITZ, because that's what the segment is called, PRIZ FITZ. And I wanted to shout the brand out.
Oh yeah, for sure. So this is out of San Francisco, California. It's meant worldwide. Shout out my guy. Let's get close up. Do the whole thing. You feel me?
You got some embroidery in the back.
Yeah, embroidery in the back.
You check it out.
Let me see. I'm gonna stand up.
Let's get it. Yep. Looking good.
So this probably the hardest piece I got on right now.
What about this? What about the jewelry?
Oh, come on, man.
Man.
That's just a little trophy right here that we got, a little something soft. That's another dedication to, like I said, the street vendors. There's been this whole thing going around. There's a lot of people, even our own people, that'll try to measure who did it better, who do more. I ain't in no race with nobody. I just want to let everybody know anything that you do for the people. That's the whole point.
Right.
I don't care if you do something bigger, if you're doing a bigger event than me for the street vendors. I salute you. I take my hat off to you. I'm glad that, it goes beyond just myself, you know what I mean? So anybody that's watching, man, make sure you stay tuned for the brand new album. I appreciate you having me. I think, we was overdue on this one, you know what I mean? So stay tuned for the project, man. We got coming.
Yep, I'm with my boy Baby Gas. Let's go PRIZ. You already know what it is. We on every Friday night, 9 to 11 p.m. Dash Radio and some more of the show. Peace.
The and Some More of It show every Friday on Dash Radio, Native Rhyme Station.